No. But dude, I don't have to worry about this shit, bro. I know what the fuck I'm saying, bro. Don't even trip, bro. Everything you can put in the interview, bro. You don't have to worry about nothing, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we gotta run the fucking views up, bro. Straight up. Let's get it, broski.
So it's like,
you don't even know the motherfucker, the police and shit, bro.
The whole time.
The whole time, bro.
The whole time. Look, hold on. Besides that.
And you guys, I gotta check all y'all camera guys.
This right here is going to be a CaliPlug mini documentary. And the reason for this is that this is one of the most influential characters in the whole entire game. This man has a genius marketing style. This man has a genius way of operating a business, and he is definitely a people's person. He is great with having conversations, and honestly, he is just someone who I would imagine is great to be around. He's not a bad person necessarily, but this leads me to say, is there some hidden secrets in CaliPlug's closet? So before we get into it all, let's bring it back to where it started.
Send this, send in the mail, give me the money. And so boom, you know, I originally just started shipping packs, bro. You know what I mean? I originally started shipping packs, and I ran my bread up. You know, it was always hard for me to.
Packs, like theoretically, you can't. I mean, this is stuff I'll cut out.
No, you don't have to. It's actually over 7 years. The limit's over, bro.
Okay, it's over.
And shipping packs, it could be hemp packs. Who gives a fuck?
It could be hemp packs.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? I'm not incriminating myself.
Yeah.
What are you gonna fucking charge me for a pack I shipped 20 years ago? And none of my packs ever got intercepted. Yeah. I have golden gloves, bro.
Yeah. You
yeah.
Fucking 1,000 and
There was like a QP from UPS in like 2004 or 5 or some shit. I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just fucking with you. Well, first thing is, before the brand actually started, I was really reckless. And how I built the viewers on Snapchat, I was doing outlandish, crazy, idiot shit, okay? I was literally vacuum sealing packs on my Snapchat, walking them in the post office, doing like the whole thing, like, yo, showing people, trust me, like I can do this, showing them the tracking numbers, this, touchdown, like I was doing this reckless shit, and then my viewers went up. I'm like, holy shit, this is working. It's fucking working. I'm like, damn, I'm up to 5,000 views a day in like a week or 2 weeks. I'm like, holy shit. I'm not from when the page originally started, but when I was starting to do reckless stuff, I'm like, yo, the reckless conduct on Snapchat works. Okay, I can have fun with this. I stopped doing all the packs in the post office and vacuum sealing and all the super reckless shit. I cut it down on because I'm like, it's gonna be too much for people. So my original viewers on Snapchat seen the most reckless shit ever, bro. Like the hottest shit ever. Now,
so as you can see, he is also one of the creators of snap trapping, which is something that got very popular, ended up getting a lot of people in a lot of trouble, but it is definitely something that is very interesting to watch, and honestly, it captivated a large audience, and it was just taking over the game for so long just because it was so interesting and entertaining. So it was definitely something that had value, and regardless of the outcome that it actually caused, it definitely was an era that will never be forgotten. So this leads us to the CaliPlug carts. This was a huge issue that was going around for a long time. The CaliPlug carts were these carts that were apparently getting people very, very sick. There's a lot of different stuff talking about this, so let me bring it up right now and show you.
That once was my home. Bleach neath the stones. That once was my home. Bleach
Here's some Reddit stuff of people talking about the carts, and as you can see, it wasn't too happy. People weren't the best, or weren't too satisfied with the purchase of these Cali carts, and it's definitely possible these are knockoff ones, so I don't want to discredit his brand fully and say these definitely came from him, but the fact that these were going around, and they were going around in the exact same packaging, and the whole thing lined up to him being the person responsible, so it was definitely a bad hit on his reputation. But CaliPlug found a new way to gain a massive, huge popularity in the scene.
We're doing it like this, bro. Come on. CaliPlug shit, baby. You know what the fuck's going on.
This way that I'm speaking about was through rappers and influencers.
And CaliPlug would just always like come to the pop-up, and he had like a Sprinter van, and he would just like pull up in the front and just like give people weed. So like I met him like that, and then it turned into one of the things where like everything that I was doing, I was seeing him there, you know, like he was there, and he would always just give me weed and shit. And he knew I was like the no jumper security or whatever, and
which I think is very smart. Giving out all this free weed to rappers and giving it all away for free, it can be genius. But will it catch up to you? Will it be something that will eventually show that you were almost manipulating the system?
Every fucking time. And this is some of the best shit you can see. Shit, right now. That's right. You see it work. Shit, have you seen it all day?
So as you can see in this clip with AD from No Jumper, he's saying that every single time he sees CaliPlug gives him stuff, which to me in this video, let me play it back.
And this is some of the best shit you can see. Shit, right now. That's right. You see it work. Shit, have you seen it all day?
So as you can see though, this actually really did work for a good amount of time, and this actually got him into a collaboration with High Tolerance.
Only 23 minutes. Welcome to Boston, Massachusetts.
This brand right here, High Tolerance, is booming still. They are now working with Rick Ross. They're doing some massive things, and they're actually coming from the same state that I am. It is definitely a dope thing to see them grow up to the level that they are at and to do the massive things that they are doing. So I'll leave them for another video. But as you can see, CaliPlug actually mentions how High Tolerance asked them for a shout out, which ended up causing CaliPlug to see a demand in shout outs and see that he could actually start selling shout outs as a business.
Character, people are gonna like you, you're a good character, people are gonna like you. And I was literally starting people's brands and companies. Like, and not even putting brands on blast, like High Tolerance. You know, bro can even tell you they're a huge company with Rick Ross. Bro's a crazy hustler, but that's what he did. He was like, yo, put me on your Snapchat, put me on your Snapchat. Next thing you know it, bro, motherfuckers are running up $100,000, $1 million a day just off my fucking social engineering from my platform. My Snapchat has generated $1 billion. Guaranteed. No, guaranteed. $1 billion.
I believe it.
Thank you for believing it, because I'm not even lying.
So a lot of people do think that this is a sign that he is a Fed, and they think that this is a sign that he works with the cops, which it's possible, but what I see here is a very understandable opportunity and a very understandable reason why he would start selling shoutouts. If I had a big brand that asked me to sell them a shoutout and then they start doing big numbers every day, I might also start selling shoutouts just because why not? You know what I mean? Like, it makes a lot of sense to start selling them if people are making such a great return off of them. So it does make sense why he did start this motion of doing shoutouts. But the shoutouts weren't it. He was actually doing a lot of skits.
One of our patrol units noticed an SUV that appears to be loaded full of pounds. By the size of the SUV, we could probably guesstimate it's more than 200 pounds. Upon surveillance, they noticed a pretty recognizable character here within the industry, a man by the name of CaliPlug. Not one of my favorite people on earth. About 12 years ago, he was one of several that was CaliPlugging my wife. Since then, he's been doing pop-up sales on Snapchat. Now I've heard he's on to fake track and trace and falsified documents, making white market purchases. He's a backdoor boy, but he's one of the top level. So we're going to move in on him today and see what we can't find out. Hey, partner, do me a favor and crack the window of that cruiser. He's worried about his dog suffocating, even though it's only 60 degrees out here. Compliant boy, you better hope your paperwork checks out. I see the chain.
Hey,
you
bro,
see this chain?
Hey, bro, I was just letting my dog take a shit on the side of the road. What the fuck is the problem?
Well, check this out, buddy. You got an SUV loaded to the fucking roof full of units. And if that paperwork doesn't check out, this is your last stop. Hey, partner, compliant boy's paperwork checking out or what?
Yeah, it looks official. Other than the fact he used to CaliPlug your wife a decade ago, he's clean.
Looks like you're clear to go, asshole. After a quick search, get your hands on the hood.
Well,
yeah, get him up there. Hurry up. This the bag you're using to collect your dog's shit?
no, that's my flower.
Well, it just got confused for a bag of dog shit. Take it back to Southern Cali, asshole.
He was doing a lot of different media things that were able to also gain a lot of attention and also just make people question, who is this guy and what is he doing? Why is he so in the public with it? Why is he not scared of the cops? Why is he just doing all this stuff? Which is also something that will lead me to the next thing. He started doing all of these pop-up events in places like Chicago, places like Florida, places that aren't necessarily legal when he was doing it, which caused a lot of also suspicions and just caused a lot of talk. And you can even see he speaks about it.
I would fuck with people's head again. And this is all theater of the mind. It's all art of perception, bro. I'd always fuck with people's heads. I'd wait for everybody to get off the jet. I'd get on my cell phone. I'd be like, yo, Chicago, New York, I'm here. I got 1,000 pounds. Who wants them, bro? And everyone's like, oh my God, you're crazy. You're gonna get indicted. Who is this guy? What is he? Is he with the Secret Service? Like, everyone was like, I'm like, okay, this is working now. It's creating chatter. It's disruptive. I'm like, this is smart. It's strategic. But it's also harming people. Because there's an older crowd of people. I have this older crowd of people, these OGs, that don't like the conduct. Even if it is humor. Even if it is a false narrative, whatever the fuck it is.
So as you can see, he definitely is very well aware of this reputation that people look at him as having. Maybe he's possibly working with the feds, maybe he's possibly not. So it's something that people have always been suspicious of. But it's definitely something that is justified that the people would think that. It just would make a lot of sense. So, are the people wrong for thinking that? No, but let's move on. CaliPlug also had this very, very nice high-end studio where he would actually have rappers come do music videos, and he would even rent out the space for people to do events, which was a very smart, lucrative move. But there was also this weird situation where he was renting out this floor out of an apartment building, and somehow, some way, the cops were just letting it happen.
Be here, there wouldn't be a CaliPlug. That 6533 Hollywood Boulevard started the CaliPlug. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, I never said this to you, but bro, I appreciate you taking chances and risking your life and serving motherfuckers up and doing what you had to do out of that spot, because it really built the brand, and I appreciate it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, having a location where we could bring rappers to, motherfuckers could shoot dice, motherfuckers could try new trees and smoke shit and fuck around, make music videos. There's been a few music videos that were shot there too.
Speaking of music videos, Trippie Redd Stomp, that was filmed in there.
Search on YouTube, Trippie Redd Stomp. You can actually look at the location.
It's got millions of views on it.
Yeah.
Trippie Redd Stomp was filmed in there. What else was filmed in there?
That was it.
I think that was it.
Yeah, the walls graffitied. It was fucking nuts.
I still got the video.
Floor, remember the floors had like gum and shit on it and shit.
The place was crazy. And then we got evicted. And I talked our way out of 2 evictions. I went in there and I pretended that I was the cousin of the owner and he was out of town and blah, blah, blah. And this is Airbnb. And I talked us out of 2 whole evictions. And then the 3rd one, they changed the locks on us.
Nice.
Situation that burnt the spot out is when the cops came.
That burnt the spot out the day the cops came, but it was still
that burnt
cool.
The spot because look, the cops came. There was 2 separate occasions where the cops came. The cops came to the door one time, and then the cops another time on the video. they seen the cops were there, and it was something weird, bro. The cops were there listening to, like, through the door, but they never knocked on the door.
It was a weird one.
Yeah, it was a weird one. So it was two separate situations, and the spot just got burnt out, bro. It's time to go.
So you can hear from the horse's mouth that apparently the cops were coming and listening to the door. What? So, renting on a whole floor of an apartment, that is some baller stuff to do. It's also something that would raise a lot of noise and a lot of suspicions for anyone that isn't renting the whole entire place, because if you're only renting one floor of an apartment, that means someone's most likely going to be above you, and if they're not above you, then they're below you, which leaves a lot of room for complaints and a lot of room for error. But it is what it is. We can't say that this is anything that is bad, because this could have just been him finding a loophole in the system. That loophole leads us to another loophole. He apparently was renting out private jets, smoking on the private jets, having rappers on the private jets, having people do music videos on the private jets, and just going wild on these private jets because he found a loophole in the system.
JetSmarter, which is like Uber for private jets. It was only $8,000, and I was able to get on these private jets, bro. And when I got on the private jets, I would fuck with people's head again. And this is all theater of the mind. It's all art of perception, bro. I'd always fuck with people's heads. I'd wait for everybody to get off the jet. I'd get on my cell phone. I'd be like, yo, Chicago, New York, I'm here. I got 1,000 pounds. Who wants them, bro? And everyone's like, oh my God, you're crazy. You're gonna get indicted. Who is this guy? What is he? Is he with the Secret Service? Like, everyone was like, I'm like, okay, this is working now. It's creating chatter. It's disruptive. I'm like, this is smart. It's strategic.
Yeah. So apparently, once the price on those private jets went up, he was like, no longer really worth it. And also, maybe they were telling him you can't smoke on here or whatever. So they stopped doing the private jets. But as you can see from his own words, he only started doing the private jets just to get this image, to build this image and build this mystique around him that would make people wonder, like, who is this guy and how in the world does he have weed on planes? Like, what is going on here?
Real quick, what made you think about going to the jet?
Because I was just with some dudes that had money. They're like, yo, they're like, when you got money, you could get this private jet club. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. You could use it for lifestyle on Instagram, and you can kind of get popping on IG. And I'm like, okay, I can use this to my advantage. Everything had to sequence exactly right to get where I'm at now. If this didn't happen, if like everything didn't, okay, get the Snapchat page, boom, from the sessions to the festivals, but I'm going back to the festivals. So going to High Times, Chalice, all these festivals, everyone had tables, and I'm like, man, you need a permit to do this shit, or you need some type of operating license, and no one gave me the game. I'm like, hold on, and I'm like, well, this dirtball, this motherfucker, this guy's selling fucking poop swag. I'm like, hold on, this guy's got fucking dirty ass leaders. I'm like, hold on. You don't need shit to set up at these tables. I'm like, no. We're gonna do this, you guys. We're gonna start a brand, and we're gonna get a tablecloth, and I'm gonna call it the United States CaliPlug, and it's gonna have the postal logo. We're gonna use the postal logo, and we're all gonna wear postal outfits and really be disruptive and fuck people's heads up. I did it, and I said I'm also gonna start selling $5 grams at indoor. So I'd buy bags for $2,000, $21, $22 at the time, and I would just break it down, lose money, sell it. I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to piss everybody off and just show I didn't give a fuck about making profit. Price is just a perception, you know what I mean? I'm gonna use that as a marketing initiative and acquisition to gain customers and real customers in, and it worked. And I had a lot of opposition at the time, like, oh, it's outdoor, it's booth, it's hemp, it's Reggie's, but I just had them turkeys open every fucking session.
So this is definitely something that is very interesting. It's definitely some high level stuff. This is some very high level stuff that will bait in a lot of people who are really just drawn by money. People who are obsessed with money, and they see you on a private jet, they are going to want to get next to you. And from what we can see in this video right here, it definitely attracted not just trappers, it attracted rappers, and it attracted celebrities to be around this person if he had status.
Dude, I seen you on Instagram.
There's
and
some of the homies.
I was like, why is he with all the rappers that I want to be around? All the rappers I was listening to, you had pictures with.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? We FaceTimed and talked, and I was like, wow, he lives in Hollywood. You were showing me the apartment on FaceTime and shit. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I don't remember that FaceTime.
So the very first time, I'm already thinking this guy's the man, okay? Because of his Instagram, he's got pictures with every rapper. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go meet him. We're gonna go get the weed. Boom, boom, boom. We pick him up. First thing he got his boy showing us some packs. We're like, okay, cool, this is good. Can we buy it? He's like, no, I gotta go sell this, but I'll be back later. And that guy just disappeared.
Pulled
That's
a little
irrelevant.
fucking funny move. Didn't make sense.
I mean, it wasn't like a.
Yep, as you can see, this is his close person. This is someone who's very close to him, and they did a lot of work together. So that is a different topic, but this is someone who clearly is telling CaliPlug to his face that the reason why he wanted to get next to him is just because of his status. So as you can see, this guy right here is definitely very close to him and seems to be someone that he looks at as a close friend. But why would he ask him this question?
That being said, protection wise, you know what I'm saying? What Drew, you know what I mean? This is the first episode. We giving free game logistics. What would you suggest, you know, like protection wise? You know, you want to show some of your toolies and shit, show motherfuckers what time it is and shit.
Well,
no, actually, not bad.
Well, I mean,
we'll
really?
Keep that. We go, no, we'll
really?
keep that.
I'll talk about that for a long
we'll
time.
Go, how about this? We'll do it. Hey, buddy, we can say a pit bull jump in the big. Hey, no, we go do another thing. We'll go show off all the skirzers and shit, all the skrinzies in one day. You know what I mean? But other than that,
we'll do an episode like that. I'll bring all the crazy shit.
Yeah, he's gonna bring all the crazy shit in.
Yeah, as you can see, if I was on a live recorded video where it is with someone that I respect and want to see stay free, I probably wouldn't ask them to pull out that toolie, bring out the gun, because why would you do that? So as we can see, this is all somewhat reasonable, somewhat me grasping at straws. So let me show you that there is fire where that smoke's coming from.
Adam was on a private jet with me, the owner of High Times. Back to the Jet Smarter shit. I'm like, yo, bro, we should do a harvest cup for SoCal and NorCal, all the farmers and shit, and do that. He's like, oh, it's maybe I don't know about that. And then 3 months later, I get an email from one of their reps like, oh, do you want to sponsor the harvest cup? I'm like, yo, bro, like, dude, come on, man, like, that was my shit, bro. I was bringing it to you to be a partner with you, bro. Like, I wasn't giving it to you to steal my idea.
That sounds like that.
And so I went in on Adam. Adam actually possibly got one of the pop-ups raided in Hollywood. So if you go on YouTube and you search Hollywood raid, that was most likely Adam, because he was
kind of a buzzer, bro.
No, it was Adam, and it was the other guy, the other owner, Matt, whatever it is. I don't know his name, bro, but it's just because they were texting us disrespectful shit after we got raided. So it was obvious that Matt set it up or had some type of pull within the Hollywood Police Department to get us hit. And everything had to happen for a reason. So I'm not even mad about that. Like, I'm like, yo, I guess I needed to feel that, bro.
So as you can see in this clip right here, he actually blames the person from High Times for apparently setting him up with the cops. And this is a very interesting way of going about it. The way he says it is he is almost saying as if he knows the person did it, but he doesn't have evidence, and he also needed it to happen. He needed that to happen for some reason. So this was interesting. I think we've went over this part pretty well, but let's move on. CaliPlug is also someone who actually did bring some really good things to the game. Not just marketing. Marketing is something that has been around in the game for a while, but his style of marketing is a little bit different. So I think that his personality kind of helped let other people let their personalities out in a way. I think he was definitely someone who motivated the game in great ways. He's definitely someone who had some good ways that he helped the community, whether it was selling them cheaper flour and making people want to make their prices lower, or whatever it was. It was definitely something that was very necessary for the game and for the growth of everyone's education. So I do think that CaliPlug is someone who is a very useful person in this operation, but it's also something that people should be wary of. If people are putting you in the situation to tell on yourself, or if people are putting you in the position to get yourself caught up at all, those people probably aren't really your friends, and those people might just be someone who really wants to see you go down bad. So this is definitely a very interesting video right here. I would love to hear people's feedback about this. I definitely think that there is a lot more to talk about when it comes to CaliPlug, but I think that this is definitely one that just scratches the surface and leaves room for people to actually have an opinion. It's definitely something that is a very controversial topic, but it's also something that we need to talk about. We can't just avoid talking about controversial stuff just because it might burn some bridges for us or just make us feel uncomfortable. I think that these are the conversations that will actually help us grow, and whether or not people want to have it today or tomorrow, it's gonna have to happen. So let's get it done. So before we wrap it up today, I just want to say this real quick. There is no actual technical proof. There is no paperwork that he works with the feds. We have to say this before we put this out, just because we don't know. But one thing we do know is his actions definitely show us he is not someone who is safe to be around. At the end of the day, he is clearly putting people at risk just to put himself higher on the ladder of life, or whatever weird system he's trying to chase. So at the end of the day, if people are trying to get big in this game, there's so many ways to do this right, and there's so many outlets of people teaching people how to do it right. So just be wary of the ones that are putting you in danger. Those aren't your friends, and those people might just be the enemy. Those people might just be on the other side and just lurking in the darkness trying to catch you. So be wary.